we're gonna spend no more than $100 on everything that we need to go out and do some camping. 10 items might seem like a lot, but it's actually got really cold the last few days. 3-person dome tent, $24.94. Let's do this one though, bud. Definitely gonna need is something to start a fire with. $7 LED headlamp, 10-pound line. That might be a little sketchy. So do we want to eat well, or do you want Dad to stay warm? You ever been to Hooters?
Yeah.
You have? You ain't never been to a damn Hooters. Goodbye, civilization. All right, guys, myself, Max, and of course, Goldilocks, Emmy, with the stick. Is that your stick? We just got to the lake, the park where we are staying. And first step is going to be finding somewhere to set up the tent. We're gonna make about a half-mile or so hike, see if we can find a clearing, because most of it, even though there's a trail, looks like this. Obviously, we can't put our tent up in something looking like this kind of terrain. So we're gonna hopefully walk a little bit further, find a clearing. Since we didn't bring very much, it's awesome, but we were able to actually fit all of our stuff in the backpack I'm wearing. This bag is extra. This is actually dog stuff, so her food, her leash, etc. And Max's backpack, and he's carrying his fishing rod. So luckily we were able to get the tent, sleeping bag, clothes, everything else, lighter, cooking apparatus in our bag. So first step's absolutely going to be to find somewhere to set the tent, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to start getting some food, because we have none. Quick little hike, and we finally found an area that's not straight up woods. We got a little bit of a clearing right here, so I think we're gonna go back there, kind of tuck in between some of those trees. Looks like it's on a nice, I don't know, pretty level slope, so we're gonna try to set the tent up right there as long as we can clear it out. Let's do it, Max. All right, guys, doesn't look like much, but here is home for the next 24 hours. Got the tent put up. It was actually really easy, so props to the old Ozark Mountain Trail. Emmy's ready to do something. She's excited. What do you think? What do you think? Getting everything put in the tent right here, since that's all we got. We got a sleeping bag. We got clothes. We got my clothes for me to lay on. But next step is absolutely going to be to go fish, see if we can catch something, because without that, we don't got any food, and we only got 1 gallon of water. So, ready to go catch something, Max? Let's do it. All right, guys, here is the lake in front of us. You can see kind of algaed over, got a lot of rock and stuff right there. We got our handy dandy fishing set from the old Walmart. So we're gonna take this out, get it stringed up and everything. One thing you might notice though, obviously there is no live bait in this, and I don't know if I really trust the old little grub action. We might have to resort to those if we can't catch anything else. But I think next step is going to be find some live bait. One of my favorite ways to do that is to just flip over some of these rocks right here. You can sometimes catch some night crawlers if you flip over enough of them. Otherwise, we might be kind of wading in the water a little bit, see if we can find some crawdads, or you can hear the locust, bugs, stuff in the trees. Those work as bait too. This actually isn't too bad of a setup. Spiders. Lots of spiders. There's no mud right here. I'm gonna go look under some logs quick. Or just dig a hole, apparently. Oh, found a worm. Just digging in the dirt. All right, we got 1 worm. That's badass. That's a start. Let's try to get a little bit more. All right, found this bottle right here. Just gonna use it to put these worms in. Go dig some more up quick. We're probably gonna only need a couple. Catch a bluegill, hopefully we can. If it's too small, we'll use it for bait. If it's big enough to eat, we'll fillet them up. There you go, Mr. Worm.
Can I see the worm?
Big worm to you. And another worm. Badass. All right, 2 worms. Let's look for 1 more since we're on a hot streak. Sweet. 3rd one, and these guys are like bluegill candy when they're this size. Max, grab that bottle. I got 2 more. Made quick work of it. We're gonna put this guy in the bottle just to have somewhere to put them. I guess we didn't think about that, but when you only got 10 items, you can't really do much. And then we're gonna hook this guy. Looks like about a size 6 hook. We're gonna hook this guy on this hook. Who knows, I might even catch a bass. I really don't wanna keep and eat a bass. They have to be 15 inches from here also. But I don't know. I really don't want to. I'm hoping, ideal scenario would be to catch a big bluegill, eat it, or several big bluegill and eat them, and then catch a small bluegill, cut it up and use it for bait or live bait. But for now, I'm just gonna throw that guy not far off the rocks, see if we can catch a bluegill. God, dude, they must be so small. Good bait size anyway. See my bobber getting pulled under? They're like too small to catch. Oh, I got him. Yes. Hell yeah, dude. Green sunfish. It's like that. Well, he's not big enough to eat, but he's definitely, I think we're gonna create a hand line and use this guy for cut bait. Deal? Deal. We got this one little green sunfish. Actually, not that small of a green sunfish. He's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna cut him in half right down the middle so we got his head, guts and everything hanging out. I'm just gonna pull some line off our rod we got. Emmy likes the green sunfish. She's really trying to get him. Jeez, Emmy, here, you wanna give him a kiss? Oh yeah, good kisses. Anyways, we're gonna cut this guy up and use him as cut bait. Hopefully catch a big bass, big catfish. Catfish would be key. That's exactly what I want to catch. That'll feed us probably for the rest of the trip if we catch one that's, I don't know, they can get 20 pounds in here, so 5 to 10 pounds would be awesome size to eat. And yeah, so far so good. It's Mr. Bluegill head. He's getting tossed out there on a bobber. We're gonna start with a bobber. Mac's gonna fish for some more bait, and yeah, just kind of keep an eye on this guy. That actually didn't go too bad, did it? Beauty. All right, Max just got another, what is that? Let me see him. Green sunfish. Good work, dude. All right, throw him on the bank. He's probably not big enough to eat, but we'll just leave him right there. Green sunfish city. That guy is like solid. We're gonna get some fillets off him. Yep, that's definitely them. I caught one that pulled it under that hard. It's just little guys. Where's the big ones, Emmy? Over here fishing. And I caught the smallest largemouth in North America.
That's a largemouth?
That's a bass.
A bass?
Yep. Don't think we can use him for bait. He'd probably make pretty good bait. Bye, buddy. Emmy, no. All right, so far, caught a bunch of fish. Actually, the fishing's been really good for the little guys anyways. So that's pretty exciting. This is our little mess so far. We got this guy, which I wish we could catch a bunch this size. He's not huge, but he's like a 6-inch green sunfish, and he's really meaty. Got a couple other guys we can fillet up, and then these are our bait situations. Got to pull out on the bottom right now for cut bait. We're really hoping to get ourselves big catfish, big largemouth. Some I don't want to keep the largemouth, so I'm really hoping for a catfish. But we only got about an hour of daylight left, and so our next step, the most important thing to do right now, is to get a fire going. So we need to gather a bunch of sticks up. Shouldn't be too tough. We've seen a bunch in the woods. Hasn't rained for probably 4 or 5 days, so we're hoping they're dry enough, especially because that's our only source of heat. That's the only thing we have to cook on. So let's go find some sticks. Well guys, bit of a change of events. I was gathering up some sticks and had kind of an interesting encounter with the local game warden, the park ranger guy, that's gonna change the outcome of this video a little bit. Now honestly, I wasn't gonna turn the camera on and put him on blast or anything. He was just doing his job, but he was very adamant that we not have any open fires. Apparently there's a big problem around here with fires getting out of hand and everything, and so he said we have to go to the nearest campsite, which is okay. We found this campsite right here. It's right over by this clearing, and it's got a nice little fire pit, which is even better because that way we have something to cook over. It's got a nice little grill grate, but that's kind of where we're at. We're not necessarily roughing it quite as much anymore like we were hoping to do, but we just had to tear down the tent, pack all our stuff back up, and head right over here, right to the fringe area of it. Nothing else is going to change with our 10 item rule or anything, but it kind of sucks we didn't get to stay out there in the woods like we wanted to and make our fire out there. We were going to be really careful, put rocks around everything like you guys always should to keep the fire from spreading too much. But we're still right by the lake. We got our pole out there with our cut bait on the bottom, still trying to catch a catfish. I think though right now I'm going to try to make a fire in the fire pit, which is legal, obviously. And then we're gonna fillet up some little tiny bluegills, what we did catch. Hopefully in that process of making the fire, filleting those up, we'll catch a big old nasty catfish on the cut bait on the bottom. But sucks it happened, but not the worst thing that could happen. Hope you guys could see anything we're doing here, but yeah, that pretty much wraps up the first day. I think it went pretty well. We ended up catching some fish. We found bait right away. We caught fish right away. So despite not having anything that represented any live bait, we were able to overcome that pretty quick. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch anything big. We did have a fish. We don't know if it's a big catfish, big bass, or whatever it was, pull on our cut bait, but didn't get hooked. We're gonna leave that overnight though. Hopefully we'll have a big old slaunchy mama in the morning. What'd you think?
It was good.
Yeah? Good? Fish was good?
Yeah.
We liked our fish. I think my camera was in the wrong camera setting when we went to try the fish, so I think it might have been in slow-mo. Didn't record any volume, but fish fillets were real small. It was basically like, I don't know, it was small though, but they were good. It was more than nothing, and luckily we ate a pretty good sized lunch, so we're definitely gonna eat something in the morning if we don't have a big fish on. We're leaving our pole out overnight, so if we don't have a big fish on, we're gonna have to get back on our bluegill grind first thing in the morning, and then we're taking off tomorrow afternoon. Drank about half our water though. Got a little bit of food in our belly, and I think we'll be okay. Been fun so far. Thanks for hanging around with us. We're gonna hit the sack, go grab the dog. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty tight squeeze in our, what is this? The Ozark Trail Sweets. The tiny Ozark Trail Sweets. But yeah, we will catch you guys in the morning. See you then. Alright guys, we were sleeping, close to sleeping, and I heard, actually Max heard the drag just ripping on our rod here. And we are hooked up with something. Honestly, this rod's not very big, so I can't tell how big it is. This is badass that we hooked up right now with whatever it is. It's definitely big. I got my drag set pretty tight. Only 10 pound. Can't tell if he's in a brush pile or in the grass or what he's in. Yes, catfish. Good eating size too, not too big. Get him up here on the rocks without breaking our 10 pound line. Tried to fall in the lake. Yes! Hell yes. Oh God, I'm getting surrounded by bugs. Oh, guys, look at this fish. Oh my God, my line just broke. My line totally just broke. Look at this catfish. That's like, I don't know, probably 6-7 pounds. Catfish for breakfast. All right, guys, since we, I don't know, I'm not gonna fillet this guy up tonight or anything, but I think the plan will probably be to catch you in the morning. Catfish for breakfast. This is so badass. Max, I'm so glad you heard that, dude. Pretty good size. Yeah, buddy.
I'm not sorry. I can't help this love like mine. I'm not sorry. I can't stop with a love like mine.